Welcome back, St. Clair, to Game 3 of the best of 3 between St. Clair College and Hunter College here. After quite a bloody game that was in the second one and very devastating loss. You have to see how St. Clair come back after that one and see the momentum that possibly Hunter College have picked up from that win.
Yeah, any sort of momentum that Saints had after game number one got absolutely kicked in the shins and taken down to the ground and stomped on some more, because that was absolutely destructive coming out from the entirety of the Hunter College squad, especially, of course, big shoutouts there to Dominating for having himself exactly that with that dominating performance, and they're going to keep it. They don't want any chance of that Samira getting taken away in the second ban phase. They're going to pick it. It worked last time. We know Dominating is good with it, and they're sticking to their guns.
Yeah, and it's going to be the exact same bans coming out. Going to ban that Seraphine away from potential flex, but that does leave up the Udyr for the side of Hunter College now, since they do not, or since they have the first pick, they're going to take it, and then it's going to be followed up by the new Samira, Thresh, Ziggs, and Alistair. So very strong things. They're gonna take this Alistair early, due to because they did ban it out in that second phase and don't want to lose it, as it's a solid Miasma pick, and he knows how to get around the map and make plays with it. So a good counter to a lot of Thresh's combos as well.
Yeah, last game he felt kind of lost, and I don't know if it was just because everybody felt kind of lost, but the amount of roaming that was possible there from Yenso last time just felt like it just wasn't there compared to normal. And just looking at this team comp here right now, this feels like we're falling back to comfort picks unless we see something different out of this bot lane. Because yes, we know Active Force likes Nunu, that's fine. Yes, Frez will default to Ziggs anytime you allow him to. Alistar is definitely a Miensfo champion, and I don't mean that comfort picks are necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes when you're lost, it feels like you just kind of default on over. The Caitlyn is going to get locked in here, so they're going to really try to harass down this Samira early.
Yeah, and like you said, comfort picks is the game it's looking like, as it's going to be Jinx and Kai'Sa taken away in that final phase, as well as Syndra and Camille. So a new top laner is coming for both sides, as they haven't picked the Ornn yet, and they're also going to pick up the Mordekaiser and Kassadin on the side of Hunter College here. Have to see what the response is for top lane here, as the Ornn, I believe, gets beat by Mordekaiser, so have to see what Kubra is looking at, possibly something of a tanky engage again, like a Malphite, or even along the lines of a Shen.
They give him the Gnar, but Gnar is banned, of course, so I can't do that. But we are still going to stick to animal critters here, as we do have Volibear coming out here for Kubra, which I've only seen maybe once early in the season.
Yeah, so Kubra's Volibear is actually, he's a very stable pick for him. It's something that we played a lot in the club team when he was on it last season. So he's very comfortable on this pick, knows a lot about the champ and how to play with it and carry on it as well. So definitely a bigger threat in this top lane for the side of St. Clair. But a very comfort-heavy comp, it seems like, for both sides, as the Caitlyn, one of Lazzie's most played, Ziggs, Nunu, Alistair, very comfort default after such a what seemed to be mental breaking loss there in that game too.
Absolutely, they're definitely going to need to focus on the strategic side of things as much as possible. So maybe just take it to the point where you don't have to worry about which champions they're playing. So keeping it comfortable as we do hop on over to us for a second here, as we do get ready get into the game. So this one, like, I have faith that the Saints squad can recuperate and come back. I can just put myself into their shoes and just feel like the absolute, like, heart-tearing effects from that second game there. And I'm hoping they can definitely turn this one around. I know Coach Shoddy's definitely taking a little bit of extra time this time by, like, no coach is in sight this time by because he wants to be there right until the get-go of the game. Because of course, you can't actually sit in the game as the coach, but up until the rift actually comes up, you can stick around, pump everybody up, like re-get your confidence. Because if you play scared, you just lost. So you gotta re-emphasize the fact that hey, you took game one. It was close, but you took it. You can do it. Get yourself back up there.
Yeah, and defaulting back to comfort picks is always something coaches like to do when things aren't working out in their favor, as they know that it's things that they know how to play, but also pick it around comps that can work together. Like, um, looks more like an engage comp from the side of St. Clair with the Alistair, Ziggs ulti from the back with Nunu as well. But it's also going into a scaling comp like Hunter College has in the Cassidon, who once he's at level 16, sounds pretty far away, but when you're in the side lane most of the game just farming away, it's going to be pretty devastating, as well as a Mordekaiser who can just take anyone out of the fight, like the Caitlyn, like the Nunu on a Baron or Drake or something. And then the Udyr in the jungle is just going to be a terror, as he's been the last two games.
Yeah, maybe not necessarily so much in game two as ActiveForce basically
Yeah.
got dumpstered on it, but game one it was definitely an absolute threat. And then like looking at the rest of the squad here for Hunter College, like Mordekaiser's just always threatening, and like you were saying, just being able to basically remove somebody critical from a fight is going to make Frez's positioning, Lazzie's positioning just that much more critical.
Mhm.
Heck, even taking Biensfeld out of the fight and just making it so that his CC is basically like gone is a game changer in itself. But then,
Yeah, the only downside with that is that Alistar's ulti, I believe, does cancel Mordekaiser ulti. So
oh,
if
that's
he
fair.
does go in there pre-ulti, it is kind of a waste. So if he wants to take him out, it has to be after he's popped that extra health.
Okay, so note to self: technically, Mordekaiser's ulti is a CC. Then we're
Yeah,
always learning
more.
here.
I believe
It makes sense to be
QSS
honest.
is yeah, QSS takes it away pretty much anything. I don't think Cleanse does. But Gangplank Orange, any CC to get done to him, stuff like that. It's just easy cleanses to get out of it. So
Makes sense. Makes sense. And now, with like when going into game two, I was making the point that Sermonic, of course, wasn't on that Seraphine anymore, and I was feeling like, well, where he may have been building the wrong things, but he was still such a fantastic playmaker. Is Victor really going to be his style? It straight up didn't matter. Everybody just did it for him. He just dumped damage. So if that can happen again, but versus a Cassidon, having that, but having also just basically no limit to how far you can like push this game and be effective is going to be terrifying. We are about to get ready to hop on in game two. This is going to be the decider, one way or another. We are done after this one. Let's hop into the game. Can the Saints bring this one back? We'll find out right here, right now. Let's get into it.
this is looking like the first time in 3 games that gonna be just a bit of a deep ward here from ActiveForce, and they get caught out here, but gonna be a little damage on Lazi. Does dodge the hook out. Nice little sidestep there, and maybe trade a bunch of damage back, improve taking a lot of damage, just barely missing, but Jason does come up, does get hit by the pulverize there from Miansfo, and are chasing down Lazi. Burns the heal actually just to get away so he doesn't get hit by the Thresh Hook again.
Uh, that's concerning, to say the least. At
And
least it wasn't the
actually,
Flash.
he does, yeah, and he does burn that pot as well from Lazi because he can't go back to lane. So a really good start from the side of Hunter College here, because they do not have any. If they just chunk out Lazi, he's forced to back and miss out so much XP and CS.
Yeah, of course, no more potions. So that's going definitely hurts. And as if you want to give dominating any sort of opportunity, any sort of advantage of sorts, and be scary to follow as this game goes along. Going to definitely require ActiveForce pay a little bit of attention to that bot lane, which I mean he's usually pretty even, so to speak, from pretty well all of the lanes. But if he is kind of has his hand forced towards one direction or another. That could be trouble. As we see, improved by Lose, looking for the hook, but not going to quite find it. Going to eat the Peacemaker there for him is troubles. And then again, how appropriate. Improved by Lose, losing game 1, and then absolutely crushing it game 2. Sticking to his name.
That is true. You do improve
Oh
by
dear.
losing. Yeah, so it does get hooked actually in the end, does not have the heal, does burn that ignite, and is he gonna tick down? I don't believe, as he spans both the pots there and gets away just with the flash, but that's gonna be every some but Lazzie's flash going down in this bottom lane, and a really good start already for the side of Hunter College.
I mean, at least have some good cover fire there from Lassie as that entire engagement was happening onto the Alistar, even though they were only level 1. Just constantly peppering down both of the players on this bot lane to really think twice about moving any closer. Had any turret shots actually made contact with either of those players for going too far, that would have probably got them toast. But at least keeping his teammates safe nonetheless. Sometimes the AD carry could be a support too.
That is true, you know. Not always AD carry who has to shine.
It is a team game after all, right?
Ooh, Cooper doing a bunch of damage here. Does go under towers
Oh.
there, but doesn't take any aggro, and it's a lot of
Oh.
damage. Actually, burning Keanu's flash there. It's going to be a little gauge on the bot side here. Samir does get locked up, but
Oh,
the
nice
hook
hook.
landing onto the Caitlyn, and that's going to be burning Lazzie's flash there. A really good counter engage by the side of Hunter College.
Gosh, the intensity for both teams right now are like they're both playing
Oh.
extremely scared, and we're going to see Actiforce get taken down. First blood surprise. Jason's in the bush, ready to jump. Yeah, bear paw to the back of the skull takes him down, and that's going to be rough. Again, the running consensus seems to be as if Actiforce could start snowballing, not literally with the Nunu, but in terms of kills, the game is won for the Saints. Improved by Lou's going to get delivered right into the pocket of Lassie. Nice quick play to take that kill to at least tie this up 1-1.
Yeah, and it looked like they were trying to bait out enough time for Jason to roam down from mid to bot lane there, but uh, improved by lose was just way too low, and Mansfield just headbutted him back into the Caitlyn combo and was able to get taken down. So a good trade there, but um, not in the favor of Hunter College.
Yeah, right idea, but not quite going to stick this time by. However, the Saints still have to be careful. Jason is still hanging around that bot side. And Mansfield, okay, just going to get that war down just in time. Jason going to come in with hot pursuit because Improved by Lose has arrived. Just going to sidestep that hook. And they're actually really going to commit to this thing. Mansfield going to try and knock them aside. Might be okay. They're really going to try and push for it, but Mansfield going to live just barely.
Yeah, they're really looking to catch Miaspo out there, but just barely not getting him full. Gonna be the shot coming in, and Miaspo possibly hacks flash and roll, but does cancel in the end. Very volatile game once again, but not ending up in any kills, just burning a lot of summoners.
Yeah, all of these players across both teams are just playing absolutely nervous. You can tell the pressure is kind of getting to both of them. And like not that they're like throwing plays or anything like that, but they're very cautious in regards to how far they push things. Frez, however, is just going to completely negate everything that I just said and walk through a warded area, send it all the way towards his team, who is busy doing the dragon. This is actually extremely messy. Miensfo is going to go down. Frez just kind of just gigs up, and they steal the dragon. Brutal. You're a Nunu, and you can't get the dragon. They didn't have smite, so Frez just basically blew the cover of that entire play. This is going to get absolutely brutal. Dominating's in position to go crazy once again alongside Jason, and that is absolutely heartbreaking for the St. Clair Saints. I know if I'm on the Saints, I'm trying not to get angry because that one should not have happened.
Yeah, and that's just so unfortunate as in Simonic's dying breath, Flash R's the bear or the drag there and gets it, I believe, on like 23 HP. So really good play out him. And Gonna be the snowball coming in as another re-engage comes through. Gets blocked by the Smear W, so really good out dominating to dodge out that in. Stop possibly a double kill there. But such a good fight from the side of Hunter College to bring back what looked like it was gonna be a losing fight.
Oh boy, we're gonna be in for one if this is the way this is going here. At least there's still some solace with Lassie, but same time, still early in this game. Jason gonna go up against Kubra, but has, of course, Kiana Reeves right beside him, charging on through. Not going to care about that turret. That is going to be Kiana. Going to take care of Kubra up in the top lane. No teleport either because they just blew it on that dragon fight. So Kubra is going to be absolutely destroyed here in regards to level, in regards to CS, and he's going to have to take some time to recover back up in that top lane.
Yes. Just unfortunately getting picked off here. He barely escaped that last fight in the Mordekaiser ulti, losing a play here, maybe even two if the caster minions do enough damage, but doesn't have that TP to get back, and a really rough start from St. Clair as they're already down 3k.
Yeah, of course, the dragon in the pocket. We do see a play possibly here onto Approved by Luz. Simonic looking to maybe make a jump onto Frez as well. Can they actually make anything happen here? Active Force, of course, again, is back only with a couple health crystals and a pair of boots really in his pockets. That's not going to increase any damage whatsoever. Not going to be able to be much of a threat to that Thresh. So they're giving Lassie some alone time down in that bot lane, try and get him at least to the point where he has his ultimate. But in regards to like total team fight effectiveness, I would much rather have the Samir ult compared to the ace in the hole. That being said, however, improved by Luz, getting himself caught up a little bit, stun onto dominating. But it is just going to be kind of a tit for tat trade here with improved by Luz maybe taking the blunt of that one, but not too bad and not too scared as of yet. Dominating does still have that heal if absolutely necessary. And Hook not going to quite find its mark, but okay, just stay back, stay farming here down for that Hunter College bot lane. And this is definitely frustrating, even looking at the mid lane side of things here, with Bryce unfortunately just being like 10 CS behind a champion that in theory he should just be able to constantly harass that matchup. Just constantly lob bombs over and over and over again. Auto attacks and whatnot, just be able to knock him down, but he's been dominating ever since that bit of a misplay for that dragon. Rift Herald, though, in the pocket for St. Clair, going to take care of that one. So Active Force at some point going to drop this. I'll try to make up for it maybe with some turret plates. Definitely something they can do to get themselves back into this game, but they need to set that up. They can't just whip it out willy-nilly here, as we do see a bit of an engage down in the bot lane. Lassie gets hooked, improved by Luz, going to drive himself right on over, ignite right onto Lassie. He's not going to be long for this world. One more shot, smited down. Jason going to take care of that one. Mienzo still in a dangerous position, however. Takes a lot of damage, and he just walks right back into the hook like it's nobody's business. Jason, double kill.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised that tower even killed him there.
That was pretty far.
Like 1 HP. Yeah. Must have been taking a lot of damage, but it's going to be a regauge. Oh, a nice
that was cute.
satchel charge right into the snowball of Active Force. And it's going to be a little re-engage, but the Castan does show up and does a lot of damage to Active Force, but they don't have enough to burst him down. And what a nice play from Frez there to get a pick back.
That was definitely a standout to at least get the one back, like you were saying, just right into the snowball. Nice little combination there. But one thing that does scare me about Frez being on Zig is not as my my faith in him like playing the champion, no, but the fact that like these bombs that Ziggs throws out, yes, they do a decent amount of damage, but they always take so long to reach their target, especially for long range. But it's such dodgeable DPS that I feel like consistency in fights is going to be like really tough to try and do. I mean, Frez, he's been playing Ziggs pretty much all season long. Have faith that he can do like a fantastic job, especially when they group up and whatnot. But I'm worried. You're trying to hit a Kassadin and a Samira as your priority targets. They're like kind of dip-dodging away, and all you have are these small, clunky bombs. I'll be kind of worried as this game goes on, as we do see the second dragon going into the pocket of Hunter College. Saints are looking to try and engage, but of course the dragon was just taken. This should be the red flag. Stop making the play in the mid lane, because they can come right for you. Actiforce going to be almost going down, but a nice little play there from Yansfo. We're going to have ourselves a bit of a back and forth game. Frez kind of shunt and out of the fight. Jason almost going down, improved by Luz, going to be taking a trip down into the jungle as well. Going to take one for the team. Frez going to take that one, but Lassie nearly found himself in a position to get smoked by the Kassadin. But given the situation, Saints are going to find one unless the re-engage happens here. But it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. So, Dragon in the pocket of Hunter, but Saints do get one back.
Yeah, a little nice pick there. They tried to go for a re-engage, but didn't have anything. But most likely going to be the Herald dropped here, as there are 4 members and plates go down in about a minute, so getting a little bit of damage down, but they're not careful. They may be overextending, as Cooper's in the death realm, but he's gonna come out right into some Samonic, and he's actually just gonna go down mid ulti, and Samonic picks up a second kill of the game there.
Every kill that a Kassadin gets is just that much more terrifying. So I'm just getting more and more nervous here. Samonix may not necessarily be the one setting up the plays per se, but now he seems to be the one finishing the job. As we see Frez extremely low on mana. He can't even satchel charge his way out of there. Goodbye. Another one down to dominating. That's his third of the game.
Yeah, and these are just 3 carries, actually 4, including Kiana Reeves there, just doing a lot of damage and having just really good games. 3-1 on that Samira, 2-1 on that Kasten, who's just about to hit level 11 soon. 4-0 on this Udyr, 103 on this Mordecai, is just really doing well, and going to be very hard for St. Clair to find these if they do not have the right setup.
Definitely going to take some patience for them as well. So we do see the teleport coming back here. Found that was Kiana to get back into the lane, but like Mansfo's still just roaming like crazy. Lassie's not even laning anymore. Like, this is weird to me. Like, they're sending Frez to go get minions again, but is it just because he's that far behind? Like, when you're trying to make these calls, do you try to catch up somebody who's behind, or do you try to get the person who's probably as close to even or ahead and just let them keep going? Actually, hang on a second, hold that thought. We do have the engage down in, or up here in the top lane. Lantern going to get everybody to safety, but we might not be done yet.
Yeah, no, just barely skipping by, but it's actually gonna be the hook just barely missing. The bush going to have, excuse me, don't know where I'm going with this. A little bit of skirmish, to say the least.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a re-engage onto Mianzo that just gets shredded before he can even pop the ulti. And it's gonna be the re-engage. The dominating does go up forward and has the lifesteal, but gets taken down by Lazi. And it's gonna be Jason going in onto Lazi to flash over the wall, finishes him off the hook there to finish off too, as Samonic is killing Frezzy on the bot lane. Do flash on a tower here, and he's going to take as much as he can, but Jason is going to go down in the end to the Nunu as well. Keanu Reeves may go down to Active Force if he's not careful. The life still comes through, but I believe he has his shield and he has the Thresh beside him, so if he's not careful. But it's actually going to be Frez going down in a 1v1 to Samonic there. Really good, as the Thresh is going to get a double kill in the end here, as the minion finishes off Kubra.
Oh my goodness. Improved by Luz carry.
Yeah, it's really odd skirmish there, as St. Clair was winning it, but the re-engage from the side of Hunter College was too strong for the side of St. Clair.
I mean, all things considered, this is just under a 5,000 gold lead. We've seen leads like this come back like pretty consistently, but I'm just worried about the Saints' psyche as we continue to go through this matchup here, as time and time again they find themselves picked off. They're doing, like, you keep on saying like uncharacteristic and weird, and I couldn't agree more, because like just the way that they're playing is so strange. It feels like you made the joke, dude. It's my it's my solo queue promos or whatever. This is kind of what it feels like, and if you're playing that in a team setting, you're absolutely screwed.
Yeah, and this is not the place you want to be at Clair. As they're looking for an engage, they do find Jason off the side here, but the snowball does not connect, and Manspo is the only one on the combo. The Zig ulti is committed in the end as well. This is going to be Smear getting caught out here. Has to flash and get out of dodge there, but Manspo taking a lot of damage, and Axe Force is going to go down in the end. Manspo as well. Lifesteal coming out, the hook finding
Oh boy.
Uber in the end. That's just going to be an ace on the side of Hunter College in the end, as Dominating doesn't even die in the tower. The life steal is too much. That's going to be a quadra kill coming out for Dominating.
Here we go again. Dominating, finding another river fight where he just had the opportunity to pop off once again. And then this composition here for Clair in game 2 had options to finally shut down that ultimate. This one, what, you have Manspo? And that's basically it, I think. Maybe Kubra, but if you're just as Manspo, you're kind of trying to engage and whatnot as well. So if you have to worry about the Samira, that you might be not necessarily doing what you need to do. Improved by Lose might be going down here, unless Dominating wants to just 1v2 this. We'll see in a second. Bach's gonna come on out here. He's still surviving. This is just infuriating. Nothing on target. Absolutely brutal here for Clair. That is, never mind the rest of the games that happen. Just seeing Improve by Lose live that is absolutely destroying, and I'm not even a player. Like, that's absolutely heartbreaking.
You have a Thresh really caught out there, but just hooks over to the wraps, picks that off, and then actually Clair's gonna go for the Herald here. Well, everyone's around, but the team's not in the position to really be ready to contest this, so they're gonna pick it up for free here. Still almost 20, not 20, my mistake, 10k lead, but Frez is gonna go down here as the Everfrost catches him. Satchel charge does not matter as Jason picks up his 7th of the game.
This Ziggs game is definitely not going on record as one of Frez's best here, as he's just been targeted down and getting caught out here and there over and over again. As we see Improved, I lose again. Looking for the, I'm going to call that a 1000 IQ flash play, thinking that Active Force would do the ultimate fakie, but not the case this time by.
If you flash on them, they can't hit you.
Ah, jeez. But Kubra possibly in trouble. Does have that shield pop, so gonna be able to survive for at least a bit longer. But this is looking very similar to game number 2. Saints already on the back foot. Granted, they're not knocking on their inhibitor turrets already, but there is still so much going wrong for the Saints squad. 10k down below. Hunter College already has Dragon Soul Point. The next dragon to come up in 3 minutes could guarantee them the buff if they do secure it. Active Force getting caught out, going to be sent to the Shadow Realm real quick. Going to try and get out of dodge. One more shot will do it. It's going to try the Absolute Zero, but it's going to do exactly that. Nothing across this squad here. Just does not do enough damage and not enough tank to hold that charge in any longer. But jeez, not even just Dominating, but Jason as well, with 7 eliminations so far on that team, and Keanu Reeves is having a perfect game. It's a lot of positivity here for the Hunter College squad. They're looking really good. Now they're going for a Baron.
Yeah, and there's just a lot of really good momentum coming from that game too. Keeping pretty similar, as Dominic may get caught here, does have that Rift Walk, so he can just get out, but Baron's already down to 3k, and Active Force is nowhere to be seen as he just spawned in, so unless there's a miracle 2 or something.
Oh, not quite.
No, it does not have his ulti, but doesn't have anything, but maybe looking for re-engage as they commit the TP from Kubra. They do have Jason on the side who just getting locked up by a lot of CC, and as the engaged Kubra just goes into 4 members, but just gets shredded on top of that, as Jason does go down to Lazi from that.
How?
Oh, nice hook actually finding Lazi, but the bomb on top of it just finds everyone. That's just going to be a wipe for the side of Clair. This could be their way back into the game, as they almost similar to the first game when they threw that Baron level 1 instantly as they got it. It's actually going to be Simonic doing a lot of damage.
He's
actually maybe finding 2
man.
here. Yeah, that's a level 14 casted and does get locked down, but does still have the Rift Walk, running out of mana slowly. Has one more in the tank for another Rift Walk possibly, but oh, just barely. The shield almost saving Manswell's life there, and wasn't enough in the end.
Okay, so Simonic basically just single-handedly evened up that entire engage. And then, sure, Saints found themselves in a good position. They got a bunch of shutdown golds. That's fantastic. But you have to keep in mind that entire fight, Simonic wasn't there. Or he was zoned off to the side in the mid lane or something like that. He was not a part of that engage, like, at all. Imagine what's going to happen once he is. Like, Lazi, he got hooked there, and that's what started that entire skirmish. But there was a nice job there from the rest of the Saints to group everybody together, and it really allowed Frez to just do a ton of AoE damage across a lot of the members of the 100 College squad. But can you do that while the Kassadin is right there, just jabbing you with that purple blade?
Yeah, so we beat the Herald spawn in the mid lane. I believe the timer did run out, and Maya's gonna be almost run down, but Manswell does get hooked over the wall. And it's going to be a 3-man play onto all 3 members. And the Death Realm does come out onto Manswell. And they're just going to find Lazi with the hook again. Great stuff coming out. And it's going to be improved. Most likely going down. Never mind. It's going to be the Samir going down. Does go too deep into the back line, thinking he could finish them off. But it's going to be a 1 for 2 on the side of Inter College. As Drake just spawned. And that's going to be Soul as well.
Oh my gosh. The freest Soul and improved by Luz. Only level 11 compared to some of the members here across his team and the Saints, but still just fearlessly running in, getting the hook, diving in, getting the box down, yet still surviving. And that started such a good engage. Goodbye, Frez. He still has one more in the pocket. Sure enough, Rift Walk, and done. We see now another engage improved by Luz, maybe down to a quarter HP, but he does not care. He will try to engage anyway. Do see the Absolute Zero coming out here. Keanu Reeves might be going down for the second time here this game. It's going to be Lassie getting the credit here for that, so a bit of an overextension here from the Hunter College squad to keep this within a 10 gold lead, but this could still be turned around. Dominating has arrived. Miensvo getting absolutely popped. Sermonic going to find one. He's going to find himself a second. Kubra is taking the brunt of his damage. Did end up stunning Dominating, but it does not matter. Still goes down. And that's going to be the triple to Sermonic. Jason going to get the finishing blow onto Lazi as well. The Saints are all down except Fresno because he died a little bit earlier in this engagement. And this is probably at least an inhib.
Yeah, it's looking pretty doomed for St. Clair right now, as it's getting to that point where they can't win any team fights no matter if they engage it or it gets engaged on them. That team fight was engaged, most likely was by St. Clair, as it looked like it. As Rez is throwing a little bit of bombs at Improve as he's taunting him, but looking like they're just going to have to get out. Improve's gonna go for the execute just to BM them there. Oh no, Frez is gonna find it with the small auto attack. Of course, taking a lot of damage. Being a bit of a tank as Demonic and Jason get out of there. Almost level 16 on his cast, and he's 11-2 with 25 Magi stacks, you know. You have to be really scared of this cast. And you find a pick, yeah, it's going to be engaged on it. Jason takes a lot of damage, and carefully, it's going to get caught here. But the smear does get actually hit instead. Dominate does find the ulti, does get the lifesteal down. The shield finding him, and he gets a trade kill onto the new as Lazi does take him to the death realm. Missing all of his abilities though, as Lazi, and it doesn't even matter, he just gets one shot by the Q. As Jason is still running around Frez and Miansfo, that phase rush is doing him so much work, and the shielding coming back around. It's just unkillable. And he's looking at him zooming back up there. He's gonna go kill Frez right now. Going for more. And they get caught actually. The shield comes back around, but Leandres does finish him off in the end. We're finally going to go down to it.
Gosh, low-key, though, I love these overconfident plays coming from Hunter College. Normally, I see hockey plays like this, and I get, like, I roll my eyes a little bit. I get a little bit frustrated. And sure enough, the Dark Passage, the Lantern into the bop on the back of the head. How about death number 7 for you, Frey? So that's going to be Keanu Reeves taking care of that one. Like, the fact that Improved by Luz is just sitting there with less than a quarter HP, and everybody on the side of Hunter College is like, yeah, go after him. We'll keep him alive, and then we'll turn this right around on you. If Saints are hurting psych-wise, it's absolutely brutal, as we do see exactly why. Again, improved by lose, down with like next to no HP, baits out the kill here from Smotic, who's going to find his second, going to find his third, and he's not going to stop until he takes a break for maybe a little bit of that Rift cooldown. Improved by lose going to tank the turret just because he can. Ace coming out here. And oh, good guy Smotic. Hey, good guy Smotic. Takes the tower for his buddy. Give him the thumbs up. They look so comfortable. Okay.
Oh, just barely almost getting it, but one tower going down. That's gonna be Fred just getting run down by Jason. Does he have the fountain though? And Jason can't buy the fountain laser us. Kiana does go for that Nexus and hit flash auto onto Lazi for a bit of little disrespect there, and just missing, but a lot of members actually getting poked out hard by Lazi. Does go for the flash, but just gets one shot by dominating. He's on that 1 HP, just barely getting away from the grass, but goes down the end. The lifesteal out of dominating is just crazy. 1 HP to full HP instantly as the answer the last one to stand and will go down as it's a triple kill and the ace for Hunter College. That's going to be game 3 in the series going to Hunter College. Man, oh man, what a game.
Oh gosh. That was definitely excuse me. Lose my breath here a little bit after watching that one, because I don't ever like calling a loss hilarious. But I feel like that kind of was there. Improved by lose. Low-key MVP here. Because like you have the Udyr, you have the Mordekaiser. They're supposed to be these gigantic tanks, and the Thresh is kind of like the mid-range, like not complete tank, kind of like a mid-range off tank. But the amount of times we've seen him with less than a quarter HP, still engaging with hooks, hopping in there, getting flays, and then just walking out like nobody's business.
Yeah,
we've seen that so much
from him. It's just crazy.
And it just lets loose their carries in this case. Like Simonix, once again, just got to the point, I think you were saying his mid-giants was just like stupidly stacked, like extremely high stacked.
I think it was max stacked, I believe.
Yeah, I believe it, because yeah, he was jumping in, and it was at the very end there near the Saints base where they're once again going after improved by lose. Simonix, surprise! There goes Lazi. Insta one-shot combo. Dominating. If there was a extended team fight, okay, that's where dominating then shines. If you're looking for a pick, Simonix was there. Keanu Reeves just constantly winning everything he got involved to as well. 8, 2, and 15. Jason, solid early game pressure. It just helped everybody get ahead. 8, 3, and 16. And then just looking at stats continued here, just improved by lose one more time. He was a part of the 45 kills that of the 45 kills that Hunter College earned, he was a part of 33 of them. So he was basically everywhere. It's not the craziest percent that I've ever seen. However, given that the kill count was so high this game, to be a part of so much goes to show like how crazy of a support he actually was. And then of course, lost game 1, won game 2 and 3. Adapted, succeeded, adjusted, victorious. Beautifully done there from improved by lose. The rest of the Hunter College squad, who are going to finish off the Saints season, winning this 2-1. This one
definitely a lot of momentum from game 2 came into this one.
Now, I'm going to talk about a couple of the matches happening here. Honestly, like because normally we have Upsurge Minor League on Mondays, right? But we actually have a bye because we went 5-0 in Upsurge. And to be honest, thank God. Because we need a little bit of time for a recuperation after that one. You don't want to hop into another match like just that quickly, especially after something like that. Especially if this has anything to do with miscommunication and tilt. Like, that's something that needs to be looked at and worked on prior to what would be the OPSE playoffs and then the Upsurge playoffs, not this Monday coming up and next Monday. Yeah, like all these matches that are now coming up for the Saints League of Legends team, in one league or another, it's going to be something playoff related. So this is where it counts. And to have all of your regular seasons just finish off of a loss like that, whew, it's It might be time for a small break, to say the least. But
Yeah.
any last thoughts in regards to that one, Matt?
I think you hit the nail on the head with all of them there. Definitely need a little time to recuperate and find their flow again as they go into uh, their next series, whenever that is. And I believe it's next Saturday, if I'm not
Yeah, unfortunately, I
mistaken.
don't get the schedule slide ready, but I do have my own thing I'll take a look at real quickly. So the next match for the League of Legends team, it would have been Monday, but we have the bye, so this means on Thursday. That is going to be the League of Legends OPSE playoffs. And I hope they're ready because it's up against the U Ottawa GGs, which is one of the top seeds of the entire tournament. Because the way this happened, our Saints made it into the playoffs via losers bracket, which means we have to usually play a tough seed right off the start. Sure enough, U Ottawa is going to be that opponent. So got their work cut out for them, but I have faith that they can absolutely get themselves back on there, give you Ottawa the solid run for their money, and make the upset. Would be absolutely awesome to see, and just really show the entire OPSE that we mean business. But in
Do or
regards,
die.
exactly, it is do or die now. There's no more chances after that. We're going to quickly run through the schedules. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't got the slide, but I'm going to quickly read it off as we're going to see you tomorrow here at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock if the match gets moved. But it's going to be some play versus... No, it's not play versus. It's Face It Collegiate CSGO Contenders. Then on Monday, since we don't have Upsurge Minor League, we are going to have the season opener for Play versus Overwatch. It'll be first time we see them in a little while, or first time for the Overwatch Play versus side of things. Tuesday is still going to be quite busy. We have Rocket League at 5:30, and then more CS:GO this time for Nace happening on at 8 o'clock on Tuesday. And one other thing to note also, we have a Call of Duty match is at 8 o'clock on Tuesday as well. We were denied streaming that matchup, but I still want everybody on Twitter to send some energy to our Call of Duty players because that is going to be a very, very tough matchup. So keep them, or keep them in, I don't want to say keep them in their thoughts because it sounds like they're sick or something, but give them their energy on Tuesday. And then to wrap up the week, I'll just do it real quick. So we have the Play versus Fortnite trios. The regular season starts Wednesday. Thursday, of course, we will see the League of Legends team back here for OPSE. And we'll wrap it up there because everything else is still just kind of up in the air. So with that, start going through our closeout routine of sorts. With that, of course, being one, let's actually get this mini game settled here. Taking a look. Okay, somebody just profited. So the prediction for game number 3 was, do the Saints recover and take game 3? 96% of you said yes. So those who said nope, the 2 of you who did, will be absolutely profiting in regards to your channel points. 9K getting split amongst you two. So nicely done there. Good prediction. And of course, big thank you to Matt Avery, of course, for joining me here on the commentary desk for this League of Legends match. Always a pleasure having you on. Thank you again.
Always a pleasure to be here, and definitely an exciting series, even though it was a loss.
Yeah, can't win them all, but it was still, like I
Can be
said,
bloody though.
that it definitely was. I will not question you on that one for sure. And of course, big thank you to the sponsors that make the St. Clair Saints varsity esports team possible. That being, of course, St. Clair College, Tim Hortons, the St. Clair SRC, and St. Clair College Alumni Association, UCLA, and the Zuckelman School of Business and Information Technology. Thank you for supporting us here on the St. Clair Saints varsity esports team and making these broadcasts and these teams all possible. And lastly, big thank you to all the fans tuning in, whether you're here for Hunter College or whether you're here for St. Clair, of course, for the hometown squad. Always a pleasure putting on these broadcasts on for you, and thank you for supporting your friends, classmates, family members, or just your teams themselves. Thank you for supporting their esports endeavors. And one final shout out, I promise I'm not trying to ramble, is that if you do want to start repping some Saints merch, our shop on Acquire is currently being updated, featuring some of the items that you see here on the screen. Make sure you go to acquire.ca/. Saints, I do believe. Let's see if it switches on over. There it is, of course. To make sure that get all the latest designs from our St. Clair Saints squad, because you may have seen me wear some of them on stream. They're actually quite comfortable and quite nice. So make sure you pick some up for yourself if you want, and rep the Saints out in public. But with that, we will actually close out here. I'm done talking for tonight. No doubleheader here tonight, so we're going to be calling it a night here. I will see you tomorrow for some Counter-Strike.